Welcome to the Chris Scott Show, everybody. We got Colin here, and we're just chatting a little bit off camera. We've had a lot of conversations off camera about movies today. But one thing that we wanted to talk about is today, and it's going to be a shorter episode, but it's how we're giving sellers the edge right now in terms of, I mean, it's really important to stand out, from the crowd. That's actually, I think, a Remax slogan, but but how to stand out from the crowd in terms of listings, and because there's a lot of listings, a lot of inventory available right now, and what are you doing? What are we doing to help sellers stand out at the moment?
I think we're going in and talking to sellers and being real. I think that's
Okay.
the first thing.
Like being direct, is that what you mean?
Being real and not giving into the headlines or the hype, I think a lot
Right.
of the time.
Okay.
I think
Sure.
it probably that revolves a lot around list price or what they think they're going to get for their home.
Right.
And it's not always going to get us the business, but I never want to be that agent who goes in there and tells them exactly what they want to hear to get a listing. I think that right now you got to be realistic about what people will pay and how long it might take to sell the house.
Right.
And then after that, you got to set it up right. You got to present it well. Anything that, what do you call it, deferred maintenance? Anything that you can fix up,
Painting, little fixes,
take it off the buyer
cabinets
list.
that are not aligned right. It's all combination of all the little details that are going to make a big difference for
Yeah,
people.
buyers are.
It's not doing one or two of them; it's doing all of them, right?
Yeah, they're always going to make a list.
Yeah.
Buyers of things that
Yeah.
that need to
Sure.
be done. And right now they can get away with it a bit. So you
Depending
gotta
on the
take
house, like having a home inspection prior to selling is actually a good idea. If you're kind of in an older house or whatever, say you're in Alta Vista, you're selling your place, you haven't had it inspected in a long time, get an inspection ahead of time.
Yeah, good
There's
one.
always little things that come up that are, maybe $1,000 or less to fix, or $2,000 or less to fix. That when the buyers go to the inspection, all of a sudden those things are $5,000 to fix. You know what I mean? That's what they want off the price. So doing some of that stuff ahead of time can be very helpful. But it's interesting you talked about price. We were in the office this week looking at a listing that we didn't get last year because they didn't like our number, obviously. And anyway, and it didn't sell. They're on the market for 4 or 5 months and didn't sell at an elevated price. And so, yeah, I mean, it's important to tell people the truth. I mean, like, there's no sugarcoating it. It's a big part of their life, like selling a house. Like, there's no point in telling them something that it's just that they want to hear. Price is driven by what buyers are willing to pay, of course.
Yep.
And there's a lot of data that we use to do that. I mean, there's a method to what we're doing with the pricing that I think we're really good at. And then we talk about, deferred maintenance and getting into preparation. And the preparation for us is staging, really.
Painting,
doing it the right way.
Yeah.
And I think that the sellers that really understand that the best, the ones that are, doing the preparation well in advance of going on the market, are the ones when they go to market, they're very successful and they're not on the market for as long as other people, right? So they're just doing the work ahead of time. Whereas, it's a longer process for sellers when they're not doing that work.
Yeah.
And I've had some people that, have not taken our recommendations, which is fine. We're going to give you the recommendations. You do with what you want. Like, so they maybe don't do it when they list. And then, 2 months later, 3 months later, then they say, okay, maybe we should have done the staging and painted these rooms and done the stuff you said. They'll take the house off the market. They'll do the work. They'll put it back on. Same price. Price wasn't the issue. And they'll sell it. So it's like, okay, why waste the 3 months of stress, of showings, of all the stuff that goes along with that? Why not just do it right the first time? Get it right the first time.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, buyers are pretty.
Great first impression? Was that
Yes.
Head and Shoulders? Is that the... Can't remember.
We're a lot like a dandruff.
Yeah, no, but it's first impression, right? First impression is literally the most important thing right now for buyers when they're going through, because they're seeing so many places right now, and you need to stand out from all of the competition.
Yep.
And these are the things that will help you do that.
Yeah. I mean, forever I've heard a stat that a buyer will know if it's the house for them within 9 seconds of entering a home or something. And I mean,
that sounds crazy though. I mean, how do you know 9 seconds?
Well, you don't maybe know, but there's a lot of stuff that kind of irks at a buyer's brain that they're not sure when things are, the cabinet door is not quite right,
Right.
the layout. I mean, we had a
Yeah, you
conversation
know what?
about
Yeah, I mean,
staging
you could
lately.
know within 9 seconds that you don't want the house for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly,
yeah.
right?
There could be the smell too, right? It could be a smell or whatever it is.
A lot of factors. I mean, we're dealing with a lot of like real estate factors, and then also a lot of like physiological, psychological factors as well with buyers, right? I mean, that's always the case when there's not enough homes to buy and the market's crazy. Then it's maybe less important, but the fundamentals are still the same.
For sure.
And right now, especially with there being so much choice, you gotta be thinking about all these things if you want to sell. If you want to sell at all.
And we got to up our game too as realtors with more inventory in the market. I like it because it's challenging, right? It's like, okay, we got to up our game. We got to do a better job of marketing the properties that we do have, and I think we're doing a really good job of that in terms of, okay, let's produce some great content, some great videos, and anybody that's buying a house, any buyer that's out there is going to watch the video. Right? Whether they go to the house first and they go home and they maybe share it with family members, whatever, at some point the video is going to be watched of the house that they're in question. And I'm on the video talking about how great they're, like, all the great features of their house, right?
Yeah.
All the little details that maybe they didn't even know when they walked through the house, right? So that's part of our value proposition from the marketing. And hey, you're on Instagram, that's okay. We're doing an Instagram video to a separate video, completely separate video for Instagram. Like, we're going to meet our buyers where they are. You want a VR tour? Awesome. We got a VR tour too if that's how you want to consume your media. So I think that's it. It's forcing us to up our game too, to help our clients separate from everybody else out there.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think you got to tap into that emotion. A buyer has to be emotional about the house they're going to buy.
100%.
They're going to raise their family in. And so, I mean, that video, I mean,
hallelujah.
It's like you're like talking directly to the buyer about how great a home is and, things that they're not thinking about.
Yeah.
But that's important versus just seeing text on a listing or just some still photographs. I mean, it makes a big difference, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm glad we do some fun videos sometimes. We do some great videos, but we have some fun too.
You do more of the fun videos than I do.
A little bit.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Different styles, right?
Yeah. It's just getting
different styles, same result. Like, really well put together marketing for our clients.
Yeah, 100%. Always a great result.
Always a great result.
Yeah.
Well, let's leave it there. I feel like that left on a really positive note for the Chris Scott team.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions about real estate, feel free to reach out to us. Subscribe to this channel, and hope to see you here on future episodes. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Chris.
Cheers.